All right, listen, we got to talk about modern music, man, because it's low-key gone down the shitter. Hello, my name is Music Noob, and I make music commentary and music theory videos. You know, the whole shebang, shaboos. Uh, but yeah, anyway, let's talk about modern music, because, I mean, that's why you clicked on the video. Now, I kind of want to start with pop music, bro, because, my God, bro, it's so fucking ass, and there's so much to talk about with pop music and how it's just gone downhill from its conception. I mean, I'm pretty sure it started in the 60s, and let's be real, you probably can't think of many pop songs from the 60s, but beyond the 60s, once you get to like the 70s and 80s, that's when I think, in my opinion, pop music peaked, bro. That's when you got Michael Jackson, that's when you got Prince, like, bro, literally peak pop music. Because I listen to modern pop music now and I'm like, fuck, this shit's ass. I listen to Michael Jackson's whole catalog and I'm like, this shit clears literally almost every modern pop artist that has ever existed. And that's why MJ, in my opinion, is one of the best music artists ever who have ever existed, bro. His music is so good. Okay, look, I'm just kind of glazing Michael Jackson now, but you get the point. He kind of like peaked pop music, in my opinion. But after MJ, things just kind of went downhill, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like once the 2000s hit, like once the early 2000s hit and people started making like more modern pop music, it just, man, it's just gone downhill. And I don't really know why, dude. Like again, with Michael Jackson and Prince, like they made really good pop music and it was really like really emotional and there was a lot of like feelings and the instrumentals were always amazing. And now it's just like pop music has been so boring and lifeless and just kind of like not accurate at conveying the emotion that they're supposed to be conveying. And I'm gonna be honest, I always hated pop music ever since I was a kid. I remember when I had to ride to school every morning, my mom and my sister would always listen to fucking pop music on the radio. Dog, I wanted to kill myself. I mean, seriously, I think I would have taken my own life at the age of 9 if I had to listen to Hello by Adele one more fucking time. But I swear to God, I would have just ended my life. I mean, I remember being in the back of the car riding to school and I heard Hello turn on the radio and I audibly sighed because I couldn't stand listening to it anymore. The song was so fucking boring. It was so melodically boring. I couldn't stand it. Even at age 9, I was like, damn, this shit sucks. I could do a better job at this. But people glazed the fuck out of Adele. And look, I'm not trying to hate on her, but man, some of her hits are really fucking boring, man. And back then, really, that was my only idea of what music was modern radio pop music. And that's why at the time I used to tell people I hated music. When I went to school, people would ask me what music I like. I said, bro, I don't listen to that shit. It fucking sucks. Little did I know other music exists besides pop music on the radio. But I only found that out once I turned like 10 or 11. And that's, I mean, when I really started listening to like new music that wasn't on the radio. And my God, it was like a life-changing experience. And don't get me wrong, there was some pop music that I actually liked. Like there were some Coldplay hits that I really liked. Still to this day, I'll listen to old Coldplay music. Now their music kind of sucks, but man, back then they actually had some fire shit. And I mean, Maroon 5, can't forget about those guys. Adam Levine, I mean, shit, he has some pretty good songs. They're a little bit outdated now, you know, they didn't really age well, but you know, you can still kind of hear Payphone every now and then and just think, oh yeah, this is a pretty good song. But outside of pop music, this shit kind of happens with hip hop music too. I mean, we're seeing now like modern hip hop music just kind of fucking sucks, bro. And that's probably why a lot of modern rappers are switching up and like going country, which like, look, in my opinion, I don't think that's the route we should be going, but hey, at least they recognize that the music they're making is super repetitive and getting a little bit boring. And you know, while we're on the topic of hip hop, let's talk about him. Okay, Kendrick Lamar. I know you guys were probably waiting for it. Okay, Not Like Us. Really, is this the best we can do? I mean, Not Like Us was just so mind-numbing. It was so repetitive. It was played all the fucking time, and in my mind, I was just thinking, wow, this song fucking blows, dude. And I remember when diss tracks used to be good. I mean, do y'all remember the Eminem and MGK diss track, whole thingamajig, like that was pretty good. Like I'd say both diss tracks were pretty like fun to listen to, uh, sounded pretty cool, and like it actually meant something. Like, I don't know, it was cool back then. Like, diss tracks used to be cool back then. Now they're just a fucking joke. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm a Drake fanboy. Look, I'm sorry. A lot of you guys probably don't want to hear that, but I always liked Drake more than Kendrick Lamar. I just kind of felt like Kendrick's music was always boring and just kind of more curated to the more, radio listeners and shit like that. I just never really liked Kendrick. He had a few really good songs. Um, but I don't know. I loved Drake. I always loved Drake. But man, sometimes I just think about old hip hop music and how it used to be really great and unique. I mean, if you think about an old hip hop artist like Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, they all had their own unique sound. Like if you think about all the artists I just listed, one of their songs probably pops in your mind, and you can just, like their music sounds so unique to them. If I listen to Tupac, I know it's Tupac. If I listen to Biggie, I know it's Biggie. If I listen to Snoop, I know it's Snoop, and so on and so forth. They used to be super unique. Now modern hip hop music is just kind of like so confusing. Like I don't know who I'm listening to because it all sounds the same, honestly. And really the only thing that's like differentiating these artists are their voices. Like Kendrick Lamar has a pretty distinct voice, so does Drake, kind of, but musically, most of their shit just sounds the same, bro. Like they all use the same drum sounds and drum kits, and it's just kind of, I don't know, man, it's just kind of boring. And their attempts at trying to make new hip hop is just kind of futile. I mean, you see like opium rap or opium hip hop, whatever you want to call it, and it was pretty cool when it first came out, but I think people are just kind of fed up with it now because it was unique, it was really new and innovative, but man, it's almost more repetitive than like standard hip hop, bro. Like I genuinely can't tell if I'm listening to Ken Carson or Playboy Cardi. Like I can't. They all sound the same. It's so confusing. I remember when Cardi kind of like first got popular, I was like, oh yeah, this shit's pretty good. Like I fuck with Cardi. And then there was like Ken Carson and like some, the other artists like Destroy Lonely and shit. And it's just kind of like, who's who? Y'all shit just sounds the exact same. And it got really repetitive. And it's like, there's only so much you can do before it gets boring. You know what I mean? And also, by the way, I just got a new thought and I want to circle back to pop music. Who the fuck is keeping this shit alive? Like who the fuck is actually like keeping pop music alive on the radio? I don't listen to the radio, but I gotta know like why this music is pop music. Right? Because you got to ask yourself, what is pop music? It's literally popular music made for the entertainment of the everyday peoples, okay? But this shit's ass. So I'm trying to figure out how anyone finds this music entertaining. Because like, for me, it's easier for me to say that pop music is ass because I make music. I'm really into music theory, so I have a more deeper understanding of it. So, I have more of a rich taste in music, I suppose you can say. A little bit more unique, niche, if you want to call it that. But even people I know that aren't really into music theory, who don't know much about music, are getting kind of fed up with pop music. So I'm genuinely trying to figure out who the fuck likes this pop music. I just picture like some old Karen from North Carolina who listens to the radio every day and just sings the same Taylor Swift song every day to work. Like that's the only thing I could possibly imagine, because I genuinely don't know who in this modern generation actually enjoys pop music, bro. It's so bad. But let's talk about like some modern pop artists that I actually enjoy, like Chappell Roan, for example. I think she has some really good music. Like admittedly, I think she genuinely actually makes pretty good pop music, like for a modern, artist in this generation. Some people might point to Taylor Swift, but I'm gonna be real. She's kind of outdated, man. I'm gonna be real. She's kind of outdated. She needs to stop making music. It's like Kanye West, bro. He used to be great. Now he's fucking talking about Hitler. You know what I'm saying? Taylor Swift just needs to stop. She's not making hits. She needs to stop. Okay. I think it's just time for new pop artists to kind of come out of the woodworks and start making their own shit and changing pop music, bro, because it needs to change. We seriously need to escape this old, outdated idea of pop music, bro, because I can't stand it. And again, Chappell Roan doing a great job. I think she has some really good songs. I think she has a really well understanding of vocal melodies and yeah, I fuck with some of her music. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, I think the conclusion is we just need to change pop music, bro. Like for real. I'm not saying we need to go back to the 70s and 80s pop music, though that would be pretty fucking sick. But just kind of change it up, bro. It's so boring and lifeless. And I think a lot of that is just because it's been the same thing for the past 2 decades. There needs to be a change, okay? Start protesting, bruh. Make pop music great again. Fucking go in the streets, guys. Riot. This shit's serious. I'm not joking. Yeah, guys, that was about it. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it, because I'm gonna be making more videos like this and just more music videos in general. So let me know in the comments if you want to see something like this again, because I really did enjoy making this video, and I like ranting. That's something I really like. I love complaining about things that don't matter. So yeah, I mean, that's about it. Bye.